Hi, I'm Mike from 1A Auto. We've been selling auto parts for over 30 years.
We use a 19mm deep socket and a breaker bar. I'll loosen the lug nuts of the vehicle on the ground. To raise and support the vehicle, the lug nut's loose. I'm going to use the socket, finish removing them. This wheel is nice and loose. Take it off, put it aside. I'm going to take a flat-bladed screwdriver, just wedge it in here, and then I pull the caliper to the outside. This will compress the piston inside. It'll make it easier to pull it off. Just like that. You can see the piston, it actually moves really nicely on the slides, so I know it's not seized, and the piston went in there nice and smooth. This caliper's in good shape. I'm going to remove the caliper slide pin bolts. The bottom one and the top one, 14mm. I'm going to start with the top one. Spin it out. And do the same for the bottom one. Take our caliper off, and I'm just going to rest it on top of the suspension arm here. Just going to pop our pads out of the caliper bracket using a flat-bladed screwdriver. Get in here. Oop. Do the same for the other one. Take a mallet here and just kind of wedge it in between them because I'm not reusing these. So those pads are really stuck in there. They should have a little bit more grease on the ends so they slide better. Then remove the caliper bracket bolts. There's a bottom and a top one. I'm going to start with the top one. These are 14mm. They're really stiff. You can use a dead blow mallet. Just hit on it, break them free. I'm going to switch to a ratcheting wrench to make this a little quicker. Do the top one, same way. And hold the bracket so it doesn't fall. Take the bracket out. So you should have the parking brake off before you try this to get the rotor off, because the parking brake assembly is inside of here with brake shoes. And a rust ridge will sometimes build up on the inside, preventing you from just easily pulling this rotor off. I'm going to pop this rubber cap out with a flat-bladed screwdriver. Well, that's okay. If it pops inside, that's fine. You'll just get it when we pull the rotor off. I need to find the adjuster, which is right there at the bottom. There's a star wheel adjuster just below that spring. We're going to turn it and release the tension so that this brake rod will come off easier. Use a flat-bladed screwdriver to push it in towards the car, and you'll actually feel this rotor will get looser because it's pulling the brake shoes in away from the inside of the hub, inside of the hat here. I'm going to spray some rust penetrant around the hub here and inside these threaded holes. Try to break the seal. The rotor might be rusted to the hub a bit. Let's see if it's going to break free. I'm going to tap it with a dead blow mallet around it. It's a little loose. We're going to take some metric bolts. These are 8 by 1.0 thread pitch. I'm going to thread them in. I'm going to use them to push the rotor off. I'm just going to use the appropriately sized socket for these bolts. I'll just turn it off. You can start to see it's pushing it off. You just kind of go evenly back and forth. Sometimes it's a lot easier than hitting it a bunch of times with a hammer. Oh, so that's coming nice. That's nice and loose now. You can actually pull that right off. There we go. And inside you can see the parking brake assemblies. I just dropped a little rubber plug that I pushed inside there. Save that, we're gonna reuse it. I was pushing in towards the inside of the car on this adjuster wheel. Is pulling the adjuster in, which in turn pulls the parking brake shoes in and releases them from that outer rotor hat. On the inside, you can see where the brake shoes for the parking brake were riding, and then the rust ridge that builds over time. And that rust ridge can make it hard to pull this rotor off unless you compress or retract those parking brake shoes in. Check the caliper slides by just pulling them in and out. Those are working nicely. They don't need to be cleaned or lubricated. You can reuse the hardware, it's stainless. I'm just gonna clean it with brake parts cleaner and a wire brush. We'll do that to the other side. Now would be a good time to inspect your parking brake hardware. This all looks in good shape. It's not a very old car. I'm just gonna take some brake parts cleaner, spray this down. All right, just gonna spray the inside of the brake rotor with some brake parts cleaner. Make sure it's nice and clean. Install it. And adjust the parking brake. Turn it so I can see that star wheel again. Before I was going under the spring to loosen it, now I'm going to go above the spring. Just a few turns to bring it out. It's hard to tell how far it's dragging because you're getting the resistance from the differential. So I just want to bring it out a little bit, and then afterwards we're going to go inside the car, pull it out a little bit more. And we're gonna pull up the parking brake handle, and it will self-adjust the brake shoes out to meet the new rotor. Don't forget, reinstall that little rubber plug that keeps weather out of there. Just pushes back in. I'm gonna put some copper anti-seize on the caliper mounting bolts. I'll install the caliper bracket. Top one started. Might have to move the bracket around. That threaded in, hit the bottom one, thread it in. Use the ratcheting wrench and just tighten these down. Get them snug, and then a little turn, quarter turn more. Here's our original pad from our vehicle, a brand new one from 1aauto.com. So you can see here, this is worn to 6mm. Brand new pad has 8mm. It's not really that worn, but we're going to show you how to replace it anyways. These are the same design. The inside pad will have the wear indicator. This is an outside pad. This will work great and fit great in your vehicle. It's going to give the brake pads a quick clean, some brake parts cleaner. Don't have to soak them. Just get rid of any dirt or grease. Take a little caliper grease, we'll put it on the ears. This one will go on the inside. Line it up. Push it in place. Do the same for the outside pad. Need to push our piston back into the caliper so it can fit over the new brake pads. Put our old brake pad over it. Put a C-clamp in there and just kind of gently turn it, press the piston into the caliper. That should do it. Reinstall the caliper. Put the slide pin bolts in. Same with the other one. Tighten these up. Just like that. If while you're tightening this, the slide pin bolt starts to spin, you can counter hold it with an adjustable wrench. Just get it situated in there and then tighten it. This one didn't spin on me, so I didn't have to do that. I'm gonna do the same for the bottom one. Just tighten it. Once it gets tight, just stop. You don't want to break them. The caliper's moving nicely. I haven't sprayed the face of this brake rotor yet. If you get this caliper on and you forget to do it, no big deal. You can spray it right now as it is. You can just turn it. It's all set. Put the wheel and tire back on. Hold it up, get the lug nut started by hand. Just gonna use the socket, thread these all down. When I lower the vehicle, I'll torque them. I'm gonna torque the lug nuts to 89 foot-pounds in a cross pattern. Now we need to gently pump the brakes to move the pistons out to meet the pads. Not going to press it all the way to the floor. Press it about a quarter of the way. Build it up. It'll start to get harder. That's perfect. Now the brake job is done. The rear, we want to adjust those parking brake shoes. You're going to hold the button and just pull it up. It'll start to get tighter. Let's see if it latches. A couple more times. It'll start to grab sooner. And just do it till you feel it get tighter, lower. That's good there.
Thanks for watching. Visit us at oneauto.com for quality auto parts, fast and free shipping, and the best customer service in the industry.